Stadium in Athens. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to the servers.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Sellers through the noise. Coming out aggressively. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Throwing Sellers. Out wide left, it's Bennett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Again, it's Sellers. Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown Bulldog. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason good. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's Sellers to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I think that's a built-in play for this offense. You saw the pressure immediately get to the quarterback on first down. You get him sacked. Well, how do you slow down the pass rush? You run the screen game. You invite those guys upfield, let them run by, and then you throw it over their heads. So a lot of times this is about controlling that pass rush and not letting them pin their ears back on the quarterback.
3rd and long right here. To the air, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires left. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's got it. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Lets it fly deep downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Sellers to the air again. Snags it. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Sellers. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Look out! And they got him.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Got to make the play on 4th. He spins that thing down the middle. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Here's Sellers to throw. Waste no time, going deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
Brad, 54! Brad, 54!
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Right side, it's Frazier. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Second and long here. Hands it off on the counter. Got some green grass. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Once he got some room, it was over. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the points came courtesy of that 80-yard run to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Fuller. Breaks the tackle. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Sellers. They're all over him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Under pressure. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Out wide right, it's Carver. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throwing, Sellers. Takes his shot. He makes a catch. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Sends it back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Left side is Frazier. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Georgia going up tempo. Wants to throw on 1st. Rush is on. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Moving the pocket, it's Stockton. Got rid of it just in time. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Rush right in his face. He's on the move. Not gonna make it, and the fourth down gamble backfires. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Frazier again. Got enough for the first down. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game he understands the SEC is a line of scrimmage league. That's why he is really trying to prove that the ACC can battle with them in the trenches. He said this will be a huge matchup to test his team, and he'll have to be very good on the play calls. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Hurricanes headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Runs through a tackle. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it on the counter. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it. It's Frazier. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Rid of it on the RPO. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Out wide left, it's gone. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. The run inside. It's Fletcher. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's Mensah to throw. Turns it upfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Keeps it going. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The fake wants to throw. Dangerous throw on that one.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And I absolutely understand wanting to make a play for your team, man, but you've got to know when to give it up. You're at this part of the field, man. This is the part of the field where you throw the football. You get rid of it. You don't take a sack, because what that does now to your field goal operation, it makes it a lot longer. Now the decision becomes a lot harder for this offense when he could have just thrown the football away and not taken the big loss.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, pressure's coming. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Throwing right. Got a man. It's Frazier. Oh, spins away. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Rashad Downs going up top. Look out! They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Third and 6 yards to go. They give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. That penalty puts the defense in a bind. It'll be 3rd and 1. Pushes ahead. Breaks into the open. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Changing the routes with his receiver. In the red area, it's Frazier. Finding some room. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Here's Nate Frazier. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Motion from the wideout. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's in! Touchdown, Dogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Motion from the wide receiver. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it down the field. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Now on the move. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Hurricane! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Making the adjustment. To the air. It's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball on the ground.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Makes the grab. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. On the return, it's Lyle. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Mensah. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Tight end finds a soft spot. Maybe a crease. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Georgia going up tempo. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. No room to run, and he stopped right in the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Making the adjustment on the play. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. All over him immediately. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. They'll go to the air. Right side, it's Frazier.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Sometimes when you play man coverage on the back, man, sometimes your eyes get lost and you start looking at the quarterback. He didn't lose vision on his man. He saw him break. He broke with him, broke on the football, and did a great job getting there and being physical and getting that guy on the ground.
They'll run with Nate Frazier. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. From deep, it's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll move the wide receiver. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Quick catch. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Makes the grab. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back.
What a play by this defense. You got the...
Stadium in Athens. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Georgia Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame. He told me this will be one of the biggest tests all year. Of course, they want to establish their dominance, SEC over the ACC, but he's going to need the crowd noise to do it. Confusion at the line of scrimmage when the offense has the ball. He said, I want our fans amped and ready to impact this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Cotton. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, it's Fletcher. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Into the pile, maybe got 1. He stopped at the 21. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on 4. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Yeah, and I tell you, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give to Frazier. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bulldogs will go for it here on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. Snapped on 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this.
Caught. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Left side, it's Frazier. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quick give, it's Fletcher. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Nowhere close close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Here's Mensah to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period, first down here. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Mueller. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Right at the line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The give on the counter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback changing the play. Got to make the play on fourth. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Throwing, Mensah. They're all over him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down to the air. Out wide left, it's Jacobs. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gets the back moving. Drops back. It's Stockton. Left side is Frazier. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, gonna throw it. They get to him as he throws. Just barely got rid of it.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He's changing the play. They turn to the passing game on third and short. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Georgia looking to convert this fourth down. Motion from the wideout. Snapped on fourth down. At the 45 on his way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on. Past the 20. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a first and goal situation.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Tough run here. It's Frazier. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldog.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lyle. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Mensah. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jacobs. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error.
Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Deep in the end zone, it's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Here's Mensah to throw. Out wide right, it's Pringle. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Fresh center downs going to the air.
Defense has their hands full with this one.
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass. It's Stockton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got his man downfield. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Nickel. Under pressure. Going to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
Makes a grab and room to run. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Throwing, Mensah. Rushes on. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Hurricane! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick.
And I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Handoff, Frazier running left. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Bulldog.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Cotton. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Stockton. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Georgia going up tempo. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Handoff for Frazier. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Rush right in his face. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking to throw at Stockton. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the right. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Mensah fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Miami! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31. 31.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. The way these two teams are putting up numbers, all kinds of time left as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Dropping back, it's Stockton. That's caught. It's Humphries. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a give to Frazier. Maybe some room here. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead here in the fourth. He scores for the fifth time in this game. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Caught in the backfield. It's Fletcher. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Working on the right. It's a running room. The 10. Touchdown, Canes. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got his man.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And the Dogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. First down here for the offense. Frazier again. Breaks into the open. He's past the sticks. Inside the 30. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Handoff for Frazier. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Handoff, Frazier running left. Might have a chance. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, here's Frazier.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Down 4 late, they have to convert on 4th down to keep hope alive. Last chance coming up. He's got it. Touchdown, Bulldog. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
The give, running right, it's Frazier.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. He put that one in harm's way, and it's swatted down.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. For yardage. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Straight ahead, it's Riley. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Firing to the right, complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Delay to the back. It's Hill. Shakes off the defender. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Hits inside, it's Riley. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll go play action with Matt. Right side, it's Hill. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on fourth down. Matt. Turns it upfield. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Off play action on first down. He wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the end. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here.
Looking for more room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Frazier. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Reels it in. Turning it on. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. And now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here, bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. 2nd and goal now, and get the big stop.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Nowhere to go.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks, and what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open, he sees him, he throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
Try this on 4th down. They need a full 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up, but you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing Russell. He wants to go deep. Got it down the field. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27. Back to throw. It's Russell. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Browns offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Bulldogs in the hurry up. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He'll try to take it back. All the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I'll tell you love linebackers that are good against the run, but how nice is it when you've got a guy that can sit in zone coverage like he can and not just pick it off, but find his convoy and take it to the house. That is a game-changing play.
And the extra point is good. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To throw, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Drops back on first down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Making the adjustment. Wants to keep it in the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He'll be dropped.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on third down. wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. Finds a crease. It's Hill. Oh, he's got some space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down.
He's loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. They're working that left side. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On third down, here's Frazier. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Making the adjustment on the play. Snapped on fourth down. Oh, pressure's coming. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got him right there. Alabama quickly back to the line. Russell from the gun on third down. Finds his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Hill. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Rides to the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They put the brakes on it. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play?
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The run inside. It's Hill. This time he'll be stopped behind the line, and they'll pretty much give back what they just gained. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Cuts it upfield. It's Hill. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Well, that's an outstanding effort by the defense. Backs against the wall. How about the play inside on that defensive line, just tunneling down low? They're able to get the stop, and now they set up 4th and 1 on the goal line.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Touchdown Tide! And the punishment has been extended. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Hold to the ground. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On third down, here's Frazier. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cowboys offense will go to work first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this
just keeps moving. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Sells the run, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Cowboys are in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He wants to throw it. Big fella moving. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they strike first. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Well, that's the start you're looking for if you're David and you're trying to upset Goliath in a game that nobody gave you an opportunity to win. What a nice job offensively, just making good decisions, taking care of the football, and making the plays when they were available to be made. They march it down the field. They get on the scoreboard, David. And I think this crowd right now is shocked.
They are shocked, and it got a lot quieter. And here's the good thing. Now the confidence goes through the roof. Coaches talked about it. We got confidence. We can win. The players have to believe. And they talked about something good happening early. Not letting this crowd go bananas. That's how they drew it up. That is an excellent start for this squad.
A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. In the backfield, it's Roberts. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Wants to throw one first. Out wide left, it's Roberts. Shakes him in, and he might take off. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. He's going to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Terry. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback changing the play. Needs it here on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.